So, good morning everyone. So, for today's slide, I will present you the topic about coffee. So the origin of coffee. The legend of the origin of the coffee begins around 850 AD with an Ethiopian god named Kali. One day, while he was searching for his goats, he happened to come across the leaf shrub bright red berries and was astounded. Kaldi had decided to sample the berries himself. In no time, he was dancing gleefully with his newfound goats around the green leaf shrubs. A curious onlooker then decided that he would gather the berries himself, bring them home and study them. In these experiments, he roasted them, boiled them, and sampled the resulting beverage. He then shared what he found with the rest of his fellow monks, and soon no one fell asleep at prayers, and so coffee spread from place to place, creating a more gleeful and wakeful world. So, ang naka-discover sa coffee kay si Calde. So, while nangita siya siyang mga kanding, nasa'y nabantayan nga red berries. So, iyatong gi kuha yang gi sampulan o kuha yang gi istadihan sa ilaha kung unsa to nga berries. So iyang gi boiled pagkaman iyang gi nahimo na siyang beverage. So ang gawas is tawag niya og coffee. So kad atong bintuton niya ang iyang mga kauban nga mga monks o mga G o na sila mga G is di na sila dukaon. So, earliest users. Around the first millennium, the Muslims used coffee as a substitute for alcoholic drinks because alcohol was forbidden in Islam religion. So, ang gisubstitute nila ang coffee sa alcohol kay forbidden. So, ginadili ang alcoholic drinks sa Islam religion. In 1511, Caribbean governor of Mecca tries to ban coffee for believing that its influence might induce rebellion to his rule. The Sultan then sends word that coffee is sacred and has governor executed. By the 1600s, coffee had spread throughout the most of Europe. Like most new things, the use of coffee caused controversy. In some European cities, the beverage was called all types of names, including a better invention of Satan. At one point, the local clergy in Venice condemned it until the Pope gave approval for its use. So, according to Kirby kay ang pag inom mo sa kape kay maghatag niya rebellion. So murag rebelde siyang mga rule nga gihatag. Then daghang sang mga storya nga ang coffee is gihimo ni Satan, pero nabot ang time nga ang Pope kay nihatag og kuan kanang nihatag siya approval nga magamit ni, kay nagtuo man sila nga ang coffee is gihimo ni Satan tungod siguro kay di sila makatulog murag ngana gani. Then in 1607, Captain John Smith is believed to have introduced coffee to North America. In 1645, the first coffee house opens in Italy. In 1652, the first coffee houses appeared in England. This is also where tipping became popular. In 1668, coffee replaces beer as New York City's favorite breakfast drink. In 1672, the first coffee house opened in Paris. So, the two main types of coffee are Arabica and Robusta. Coffee Arabica is better and more expensive of the two. This grow in semi-tropical climates near the equator at high altitudes. Robusta coffee, which are grown exclusively in the eastern hemisphere, also thrive in equatorial climates but at low altitudes. So the different types of coffee beans. First is Arabica. These are high quality beans that often sit at the pricier end of the spectrum. If a roaster makes single origin coffee, it's more than likely that they use Arabica. Robusta. These beans can be good but are considered to be less favorable than Arabica. The taste comes off more bitter, offering harsher tones, flat notes, and very strong aroma. So, pait kaya ang Robusta. Then ang Liberica. Liberica has very sharp flavors almost to the extreme. It's known to be a wild card and distribute an earthy word like this. So mas pinaka kuan pod ang Liberica, so sharp perting haita sa iyang flavor. Siguro ng pait na kay ning Liberica. So excel sa offer flavors more consistent in a dark roast and provide those acidic fruity notes known and in light roast. So ang Excelsa is sakto-sakto ra ang iyahang kuan flavor. So spread through commerce. From Ethiopia, coffee had then spread to Egypt and Yemen. The earliest credible evidence of either coffee drink or knowledge of the coffee tree appears in the middle of the 15th century. In the Sufi monasteries of Yemen, by the 16th century, it had reached the rest of Middle East, Persia, Turkey, and Northern Africa. The coffee then spread to Italy and to the rest of Europe, Indonesia, and America. So ang coffee is na kuan siya na spread through mga ingan ng mga kalakal, mga barter. So munang na spread ang coffee nga product kay tungod sa mga dayuhan nga mudagsa-dagsa sa mga lain-laing lugar nga magdala sila mga produkto ug nausa na nini ang kuan coffee. So coffee grows best in the area known as the Bean Belt. The band around the earth is between the tropics of Capricorn and Cancer. So makita ninyo dire sa picture nga murag gibakos gid ang mga nag farm or naggrow og mga coffee. So makita diri nga yan kana dira nga murag bakos. So tawag sa Bean Belt. So gibaksan ang kuan. Current market status. World coffee exports amounted up to 7.85 million bags in October 2010 compared with 7.51 million in October 2009. Exports have decreased by 4.3% to 93.6 million bags compared to 97.8 million bags in the same period last year. In the 12 months ending October 2010, exports of Arabica coffee totaled up to 61.8 million bags, inert from last year, whereas the Robusta coffee exports amounted to 31.8 million bags compared to 36 million bags last year. So as you see in the chart, makita ninyo diri ang mga ilang mga percent sa ilahang pag-produce og mga coffee. So ang Brazil, where's Brazil? So ang Brazil may pinakadako kuan og production sa coffee, pinakadako kay I think so coffee mo ni ang sa Brazil. So Brazil ang pinaka growing producers of coffee. Ang pinakagamay na food is I think is Indonesia and Vietnam, I think. So makita na sa pie chart ang ilang mga kuan percent sa ilang production sa coffee. So the value of coffee after petroleum, coffee is today's most important traded commodity, standing above coal, meat, wheat, and sugar. So ang coffee is importante na pod sa mga commodity sa pag mga kuan sa mga ipang trade. So gawa sa coal, meat, and wheat or sugar. So ang coffee is importante na sad. Cultural influence on social customs. Coffee had become America's nationalistic drink after the Boston Tea Party. Turkish coffee became central to the Ottoman society. The spread of Islam brought coffee to the top tables of the world as stimulant. refresher and symbol of hospitality. By 1675, there were more than 30,000 coffee houses throughout England. Venetians were the first to add milk and sugar to coffee. Between July 1669 and May 1670, the ambassador of France had managed to firmly establish the custom of drinking coffee among Parisians. So, right, Starbucks coffee Kiev at Bernice and Noble, below Coffee Prokop in France, the Grand Cafe in England, Bill the Cafe Tristan in San Francisco. So muna siya ang mga kuan establishment sa mga cafe. So ang cafe is ingana siya kadakog impact sa mga businessman. So nindot ang coffee nga production kay dali ra sad daghan siyang ma-harvest basta imo lang siyang tarong at iman. So ang coffee is worldwide. Ako kay siya kuan gamit sa mga tao especially in the morning. So pangitan sa mga tao kape. So ang kape is kuan gyud gamit kay siya sa mga tao. So that's all and thank you.